Imagine an aircraft capable of crossing continents before enemy defenses even realize it has entered their protected airspace. Rumored to exceed Mach 6, the mysterious SR-72 could become the fastest operational aircraft ever built by humanity. Unlike conventional spy planes, this aircraft could survive by outrunning threats instead of relying entirely upon stealth technology. Official information remains remarkably limited, allowing speculation to grow around one of aviation's greatest modern mysteries. If operational, the SR-72 could redefine strategic reconnaissance by reaching critical targets faster than almost any defensive system could respond. The legendary SR-71 Blackbird established the foundation, but its rumored successor promises to push aerospace engineering even further. Separating confirmed facts from persistent rumors has become one of the greatest challenges surrounding the mysterious Darkstar program. Today, we investigate everything currently known about the mysterious SR-72 Darkstar and the future of hypersonic reconnaissance aviation. To understand the SR-72, we must first examine why America's legendary SR-71 Blackbird eventually disappeared from active service. Introduced during the Cold War, the SR-71 became the fastest operational reconnaissance aircraft ever built for strategic intelligence missions. Even at incredible speed and altitude, advancing satellite technology gradually reduced the Blackbird's strategic advantages over time. Modern air defense systems also became increasingly capable, forcing military planners to imagine an even faster generation of reconnaissance aircraft. Intelligence agencies still require immediate battlefield information that satellites cannot always provide at precisely the right moment. A hypersonic reconnaissance aircraft could rapidly collect intelligence before hostile forces have enough time to react or relocate. This operational requirement ultimately inspired engineers to explore technologies capable of flying dramatically faster than the legendary Blackbird itself. The search for a true Blackbird successor would eventually lead aerospace engineers toward the extraordinary concept now known as the SR-72. Behind many of America's most revolutionary aircraft stands one legendary organization known simply as Skunk Works. Skunk Works previously developed icons including the U-2, SR-71 Blackbird, F-117 Nighthawk, and many other class-feed aerospace projects. Engineers inside these facilities routinely solve aerospace challenges once considered physically impossible by the rest of the aviation industry. Although many details remain classified, public statements suggest Lockheed Martin has continued researching hypersonic reconnaissance technologies for many years. Every successful Black project depends upon extraordinary secrecy, protecting advanced technologies years before public acknowledgement becomes possible. Rumors surrounding the SR-72 have only intensified because official confirmation remains remarkably limited despite years of widespread speculation. Whether already flying or still under development, the project represents one of aviation's most fascinating unanswered questions today. The next challenge was not designing another aircraft, but inventing an entirely new way of achieving hypersonic flight. Flying beyond Mach 5 demands propulsion systems fundamentally different from conventional jet engines used by today's fastest military aircraft. Engineers believe the SR-72 would likely combine traditional turbine engines with advanced scramjet propulsion for sustained hypersonic flight. A scramjet compresses incoming air using extreme speed itself instead of relying entirely upon rotating compressor blades. Reaching these extraordinary speeds also generates temperatures capable of weakening ordinary aerospace materials within only a few moments. Advanced composites and heat-resistant alloys become essential for surviving prolonged exposure to hypersonic atmospheric friction. Every engineering decision balances speed, structural strength, thermal protection, fuel efficiency, and operational reliability under extreme flight conditions. Solving these propulsion challenges remains one of the greatest engineering achievements required before operational hypersonic reconnaissance becomes reality. If these technologies have matured successfully, the SR-72 could represent a historic leap beyond every previous reconnaissance aircraft ever constructed. Speed alone means little unless an aircraft can also survive against the world's most advanced air defense systems. At Mach 6, reaction times shrink dramatically, leaving defenders only minutes or even seconds to respond effectively. Conventional interceptor aircraft would struggle to match an aircraft traveling several times faster than the speed of sound. Modern long-range missile systems remain dangerous, but engaging hypersonic targets presents extraordinary technical and timing challenges. Detecting an aircraft is only the beginning, because tracking and intercepting it become entirely different engineering problems altogether. Future hypersonic defenses may eventually narrow this advantage, creating an entirely new technological competition between offense and defense. For now, Overwhelming speed itself may remain one of the most effective defensive weapons available to reconnaissance aircraft. This remarkable survivability could become one of the defining characteristics separating the SR-72 from every reconnaissance aircraft before it. Beyond reconnaissance, a hypersonic aircraft opens entirely new possibilities for military operations across the modern battlefield. Military commanders could receive highly detailed intelligence within minutes, rather than waiting hours for conventional reconnaissance assets. Such rapid intelligence could dramatically improve decision-making during fast-moving military crises around the world. Some analysts have also suggested future variants might support extremely rapid precision strike missions if officially developed. However, no government has publicly confirmed operational strike capabilities associated with the rumored SR-72 program. Intelligence gathering remains the only consistently discussed mission publicly associated with the mysterious aircraft concept today. If operational, the SR-72 would likely become one of the most valuable strategic intelligence platforms ever created. Yet perhaps the greatest mystery remains whether this extraordinary aircraft truly exists beyond concept illustrations and public speculation. Despite years of discussion, no government has officially unveiled an operational aircraft identified as the SR-72 Darkstar. Most publicly available information comes from aerospace patents, company statements, and carefully analyzed defense industry reports. Aviation experts continue examining every new announcement, searching for evidence supporting or disproving the aircraft's rumored existence. Some believe successful flight testing may already have occurred under extreme secrecy at remote military facilities. Others argue the enormous technological challenges suggest development remains incomplete despite years of ambitious aerospace research efforts. Without official confirmation, separating credible evidence from speculation becomes increasingly difficult even for experienced aerospace analysts today. Whether operational or experimental, the SR-72 has already become one of aviation's most fascinating modern military mysteries. Until undeniable evidence appears, the Darkstar will continue existing somewhere between documented engineering and extraordinary possibility. Public interest exploded after audiences watched a futuristic hypersonic aircraft dominate the skies in Top Gun: Maverick. The fictional Darkstar immediately sparked speculation because its design resembled previously rumored hypersonic aircraft concepts. Aviation enthusiasts quickly noticed striking similarities between cinematic artwork and long-discussed aerospace research surrounding hypersonic reconnaissance technology. Filmmakers confirmed they consulted aerospace experts to create a believable vision of future hypersonic aviation technology. Even so, no evidence suggests the cinematic aircraft accurately represents any officially confirmed military program currently in service. Hollywood imagination and real aerospace research occasionally overlap, making careful analysis more important than sensational speculation. The film successfully introduced millions of viewers to the fascinating possibilities of hypersonic flight and aerospace innovation. Ultimately, the real SR-72 story remains far more intriguing because its unanswered questions continue challenging aviation experts worldwide. America is not alone in pursuing hypersonic technology because several major powers are racing towards similar strategic capabilities. China has invested heavily in hypersonic research, demonstrating impressive advances across multiple military aerospace programs in recent years. Russia has also announced several hypersonic weapons programs, demonstrating the growing strategic importance of extreme speed technologies worldwide. The competition extends far beyond aircraft because propulsion, materials, sensors, and artificial intelligence all influence hypersonic superiority. Future military superiority may increasingly depend upon whichever nation masters reliable hypersonic flight before its competitors. Every breakthrough achieved by one nation encourages competitors to accelerate research programs of their own without delay. Hypersonic aviation is becoming one of the defining technological frontiers shaping military strategy throughout the 21st century. Whatever the outcome, the race for hypersonic dominance has already transformed the future direction of military aerospace innovation. If completed successfully, the SR-72 could fundamentally redefine airborne reconnaissance for an entirely new generation of military operations. Lessons learned from hypersonic research will likely influence civilian aerospace engineering for decades beyond military applications alone. Future aerospace breakthroughs may emerge from technologies originally developed to solve today's hypersonic engineering challenges. Military aviation has always evolved through ambitious projects once dismissed as impossible by previous generations of engineers. Whether or not the SR-72 already exists, the scientific pursuit behind it continues pushing aerospace boundaries ever further. Tomorrow's revolutionary aircraft will almost certainly build upon the engineering foundations being established by today's hypersonic research programs. Regardless of its current status, the SR-72 has already inspired engineers, analysts, and aviation enthusiasts around the world. One way or another, the search for the truth behind Darkstar is far from reaching its final chapter. The SR-72 may never become as iconic as the Blackbird, yet its technological ambitions already symbolize a new aerospace era. Future reconnaissance missions could become faster, safer, and more capable than military planners once believed physically possible. Hypersonic aviation represents more than extraordinary speed because it fundamentally changes strategic thinking across modern warfare. Whether flying today or tomorrow, aircraft like the SR-72 demonstrate humanity's relentless pursuit of engineering excellence beyond previous limitations. Every unanswered question surrounding Darkstar continues inspiring researchers to investigate one of aerospace engineering's greatest modern mysteries. History repeatedly shows that today's ambitious concepts often become tomorrow's operational aircraft and changing aviation forever. Regardless of its present status, the SR-72 has already secured a remarkable place within modern aerospace discussions worldwide. Whatever the final truth may reveal, the Darkstar story is still being written today. So, does the legendary SR-72 already exist behind closed hangar doors? Or is it still an extraordinary vision waiting to become reality? Until official confirmation arrives, every new clue will continue fueling one of aviation's greatest modern mysteries. Regardless of the answer, hypersonic technology is already reshaping the future of intelligence, defense, and aerospace engineering worldwide. The pursuit of impossible speeds has always driven humanity toward breakthroughs once considered beyond imagination. Perhaps the greatest weapon of the SR-72 is not speed alone, but the uncertainty surrounding its true capabilities. Strategic uncertainty has influenced military planning throughout history, and the SR-72 perfectly embodies that enduring principle. Whether fact, prototype, or future ambition, the Darkstar story continues captivating millions fascinated by military innovation. And until undeniable proof finally appears, the legend of the SR-72 Darkstar will continue flying faster than certainty itself. Thank you for watching The Debrief Room, where we separate verified military facts from speculation through careful analysis and evidence. If you enjoy in-depth military documentaries, subscribe now and join us for future investigations into history's most secretive defense programs. Tell us in the comments whether you believe the SR-72 already exists or remains an ambitious aerospace project for the future. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and remember that the most important battles are often fought long before the world ever knows they happened.